Good morning, rabbit lovers. Welcome to the Happy Harvest Homestead. This video will be a complete update about the mysterious rabbit illness I discovered in my last video. If you missed that one, I would suggest going back and watching it first before watching this one. So let's dive right into this update. As you may have guessed, the mysterious rabbit illness has not gone away. All of our young litters have died. Every day I would come out and find a few more dead babies, and now the only rabbits left in the colony are breeders, the youngest of which are Leandrin and Willowa at 3 months old. Though losing so many kids has been a massive loss, thankfully we have yet to lose any breeder rabbits. In fact, some of our colony breeders look completely normal. Ivanhoe, Elodie, Iantha, and Ivy don't look skinny at all, and are acting normally. Then there are Leandrin, Willowa, Rosalie, Nevaeh, Acrobat, and Zuzu, who all look kinda skinny, but are acting normal and fine as well. Then finally, Latilia and Cambria both look very skinny, and Tia is acting a little lethargic. If at some point the colony breeders start dying, Tia will most likely be the first one to pass. As we have gone through this mysterious illness, I have continued to be extra aware of our colony's cleanliness. I've tried extra hard to keep the rabbits' bedding fresh and their food and water clean. But despite my efforts, the colony rabbits still dig past the top layer of clean bedding and eat things in the dirty bedding underneath. I don't think this is the cause of the illness epidemic, but it still frustrates and scares me every time they do it. But despite that little hiccup, overall the barn colony is doing pretty good now. For a while, the barn colony rabbits were the only ones affected by this mysterious sickness, but now the problem has spread to the grow-out pen as well. We have had a few rabbits die in here, both old grow-outs nearing butcher weight, and young grow-outs recently weaned from the colony. Like the dead rabbits from the barn colony, there are no abnormalities on the outside of the bodies or on the inside of the bodies when I do a necropsy. Also, like the barn colony rabbits, most of the surviving rabbits here in the grow-out pen also look very skinny. This illness has also hit the big grow-out girls in the rabbit tractor. They have only recently started looking skinny, and there have been no deaths yet, but they are now showing signs of being sick as well. In better news, unlike all the meat rabbits, both of the Angora rabbits are completely unaffected by this mysterious illness. They both are still alive, obviously, and they don't look skinny at all. Though I have done a lot of research, I still don't know what is causing this illness, but I do know several things that are not causing it. I know for sure that it is not liver coccidiosis, as I already mentioned in the last video. But as I was doing research, I discovered that there are many different types of coccidiosis. I'm not sure why I didn't know this before, since I have previously researched all about coccidiosis many times, but I guess cocci is like most things in rabbit raising. No matter how much you know, there's always still more to learn. For a while, I thought that intestinal coccidiosis could be causing my rabbit's illness. But while many of the symptoms do match up, some of the circumstances don't match up at all, so intestinal coccidiosis is not a plausible option. A new rabbit bringing sickness into the rest of the herd is also not a possibility. Elodie is the last rabbit we've added to our herd that was not born on our homestead, and she's been living here almost an entire year without showing any signs of illness at all. Bringing a disease into the colony on my shoes or something like that also is not very likely. My farm boots are the only piece of my outside gear that I don't regularly wash, and I haven't gone anywhere strange or different in my boots recently, so it's unlikely that I randomly got an illness on my boots and brought it into the colony. And if the places I usually walk are infected with this mystery disease, why haven't the rabbits gotten sick before now? Equally unlikely is the chance that a visitor got them sick. We have not had friends visit the rabbits for a long time, and even my family members rarely visit the colony. If a human were to accidentally track in a disease, I would be the one to do it. The most plausible cause for this illness I can come up with is that the particular hay bale I was feeding the rabbits when they got sick had some sort of disease on it. The colony, the grow-out pen, and the tractor girls all ate the same hay, and they all got sick. The Angora rabbits don't get hay, and they did not get sick. But the goats also got the same hay the rabbits got, and they are not sick at all. But I guess it could have been a disease that only affected rabbits. Though this possibility is the most likely one I can think of, it does seem strange that in years of feeding hay to rabbits, nothing like this has ever happened before. Perhaps I've just been lucky, but this option does still seem a bit faulty. Though I have gone through all the possibilities I can think of, I cannot come up with a sure cause for this illness. The two options that make the most sense are the hay causing the illness, or the illness being tracked in on my shoes. But as I already discussed, both of these options don't totally fit. Not knowing the cause of this mystery sickness is difficult for me. I would really like to know the reason for all these rabbits dying and getting skinny. Though I'm not going to try and cure any of these rabbits, it would be very nice to know what this mystery illness is and if I accidentally caused it, so that I can learn from my mistake and do better in the future. But for the life of me, I can't figure out what it is, and I have decided not to send a dead rabbit off to a lab or anything like that, so I will just have to be content with not knowing. Thankfully, I already have a plan in place for any situation like this. All the grow-outs that survive will likely become breeders, and we will just wait and see how our next batch of litters do. Another negative effect of this sickness is that, so far, it seems to have stalled our breeding season. We have many does who are way overdue to have their next litters. It's possible that this illness, or the side effects of this illness, is stopping our does from being able to successfully carry a litter. Hopefully, our rabbits fight off this sickness soon, so our breeding season can continue on normally again. And now we have finally come to the end of the update. Though most of the news I shared was bad, there is still hope for the future. I look forward to the day when I can make a video all about how the sickness is gone and everything is back to normal. But until then, thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!